guys, it's Johnson-ENT here, and we're back again with another review, this time on our brand new series, the Crazy GF series by Tiffany. Now, this is one of my favorites because we're finally focusing on one of my favorite actors. My favorite actress of all time, Brooke the freaking Beauty. She played Lydia in this series, and this is basically her time to shine. Also, me and her, our birthdays are like a day apart, so we're kind of Aquarius twins, you know what I'm saying? And so we are, finally back with another review on a classic. This series only has 4 seasons, and I think we're doing season 1 first. This season was one of my favorites, not only because of Brooke being in it, but it's because of the storyline and setting up such a powerful villain and powerful storyline, having a clingy girlfriend or having a clingy partner to death, you know what I'm saying? So it was really good concept, and I'm hoping that this year we'll get another one. But I just want to say I appreciate you guys for 1K subscribers on the channel. It feels amazing. We got some brand new scenery and different things coming to the channel as well. As well as my 2-year anniversary. Tiffany, being a fan of Tiffany's video will be coming out really soon on the 27th, the day before Brooke's birthday. But I just want to say I appreciate you guys for 1K, and let's get into the Crazy GF season 1 review. Now, at the beginning of the first episode, Aiden and Matai will have to do chores and be cleaning up. Matai was so lazy that he didn't pack for the trapper camp, and he wanted Aiden to do his chores for him, and Aiden obliged. After Aiden was outside doing his chores, he would see a sad Lydia just sitting outside crying, and he would find a flower, and he would be nice and give it to her. After they had an introduction, he gave her the flower, and then she just instantly fell in love with him. After this whole ordeal, the two would eventually meet each other again the following day when their dad and Clyde were just sitting at the table, and Lydia would just pop up and say her iconic salad. After Lydia's surprise pop-up, she would ask Aiden to sit next to her, and then this is when he would find out how crazy she really was. She already thought that they were in love, even though Aiden was they just met. But she was already crazy about him, even doing his homework and putting "I love you, Aiden" on all of the papers. While this was going on, Aiden and Lydia would be sitting down together watching TV, but he would be so uncomfortable around her, just tensed up, and wasn't loosening up. Their father would come downstairs, and he would drink a certain poisonous drink that made him go to sleep. And then Lydia would chase Aiden around as he was hollering about just not liking her and how weird and scary that she was. But then after they had a conversation, or him and his dad had a conversation, it would really piss her off and make her run around and chase him even more. In the very next episode, Kalai and Aiden will be just sitting down talking about a party and throwing a party after he was thinking that Lydia was gone. And then soon things would get really crazy. Matai would be under Lydia's spell after him and Lydia kind of just quote unquote broke it off. Matai would get dropped off by Lydia in her car, which is crazy because Lydia was childish and driving, which was hilarious. And Matai would be under a spell or something, and it made him fall in love with Lydia and make him just want her and just be clung to her, as well as their mom being under the spell too, and them both acting weird around Aiden. It made Aiden really pissed, and he told Lydia to stay away from his family. But then after this, Aiden would start to pack and get ready to go get Matai back, because Matai was under the spell and went with Lydia, and he packed all types of stuff and hopped on his bike to go save his brother's life. Once he saw through the window that he was under a spell and she was jingling a bell around in front of Matai's face to keep him in love with her, he busted into the house to save Matai, and he tied Lydia up and taped her mouth shut so she wouldn't say anything. And him and Matai rode back on the bike with Matai strapped to the vacuum cleaner on the bike and went back to the house. And this will lead into the very next episode. In the following episode after this, the boys will look up information on Lydia and see what they could find. They found out that Matai wasn't the boyfriend that she did this to. Her first boyfriend, Timothy Hawkins, was the first one that that she made him go crazy. They would find out that she almost killed her boyfriend in a boating accident. After the conversation that they would have with her ex-boyfriend Timothy, they will find out that Lydia was outside waiting on them because she saw them going in there talking to him. Soon after this, Lydia would get Matai right back on to her spell and made him punch the living crap out of Aiden. And Matai and Lydia would walk away. In the very next episode, Aiden would run back home and talk to his dad about Matai being gone and not being here. Soon, Matai would just pop out of nowhere, and it would really piss Aiden off because he could have sworn that he punched him in his face and everything that happened before then. Shortly after, things would get more out of hand when Lydia came over to the boys' house and her and Aiden would get into an argument. Then Aiden's mom, Tiffany, would come out the kitchen and find out who Lydia was for the very first time. And Lydia would say that she was Aiden's ex. And then she invited Lydia to come over for dinner, and she knew the time and everything. Then things would get crazy when dinner happened. She would come back over later on for dinner and bring brownies for the family. And then when she brought the brownies, they were filled with NyQuil, and it made the whole family just knocked out for the whole night and made Lydia want to get Aiden. And then she would kidnap Aiden, and then Matai would fake sleep and wake up and spit the brownie out, and he went to go save Aiden's life. And then things would get even more crazy come the next episode after Aiden was kidnapped. In the next episode, Aiden will be picking out flowers that Lydia had him pick out. And then following after this, the family will wake up the next morning and his mom would find out everything that was going on once Matai and Aiden were gone. She knew that Lydia was crazy and now she wanted to go get her sons back. Matai would come quick, fast, in a hurry to save his brother. He would spy on what him and Lydia were doing. Then after he made appearance and tried to help him, his plan would backfire, and him and Aiden were now trapped when Lydia called for her mom, and they were forced to stay back for dinner. The boys' mom was the only person that came in and tried to save them, since their dad and the rest of their brothers were kind of scared to go inside. Then their mom would get hit by Lydia with a frying pan later on in the episode. Aiden would lose his whole entire mind, going off on Lydia, saying that he never liked her and he would never marry her. Lydia would say, yes, you would. And the episode would just get crazier from there when the boys tried to negotiate to get out of the house. Soon their plan would work when Matai would say, how about we give you your first love back, her ex, Timothy. And it made Lydia go crazy, and she would release both of the boys. After the boys were free, they would get into a heated argument, fighting and pushing each other back and forth because Aiden would tell Matai that he was a big screw up and he was the one that got them into the mess. And after the argument, Timothy would come and save the boys and make them stop fighting. He would give them something to drink, and then all three of the boys would make a plan to get back at Lydia because they needed Timothy's help. While the boys were having a plan to get back at Lydia, the boys' mom, Lydia's mom, and Lydia will all get into one big fight. At the end of the episode, Timothy, Aiden, and Matai will get the police on Lydia's mom and Lydia, and both will go down. And this will end the most important parts of the Crazy GF Season 1. Now, my greatest takeaway on the Crazy GF series is that it was and is one of Tiffany's greatest of all time. I know I say that about everything, but this one is really good. I feel like, you know, Brooke as just playing Lydia is just, she kills it every time. Even in the last season that came out almost 2 years ago, she killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just the character alone is a very much rememberable character. And I just feel like with season 1, it set it up a pretty good story arc for the rest of the seasons that came after this. And season 1 still looks fresh. It's still, like I said, like, it still looks as if it's almost 4 years old, and it still looks as if it could have came out today. I love the storyline with Lydia, how she was set up to not only mess with Aiden, but she was messing with Matai as well. So she kind of was like for the streets a little bit. I like how she kind of was just written as like, I'm gonna go here, do this and do that, then I'm gonna try to see if it made him jealous or whatnot. It was really cool how she was written in this one, and it only gets better come season 2. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the videos, man. Let's keep going, man. We're at 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers, 3,000. My goal is to reach about 3 million subscribers by the end of this year, but I don't know if I'm gonna reach 3 million if it took me a whole year to get 1K, but we'll see. Reach for the stars. I love you, Team Darian, and see y'all next Sunday for the next video. Peace.